You know that feeling when you finally splurge on a budget projector, only to discover it can't even throw a decent image on a sunny living room wall? I've watched that play out in a lot of YouTube comments and forum threads. People end up with a dim, washed-out picture and a regret that lingers longer than the warranty period. That's why I wanted to see if the JMGO N1S Ultimate 4K Triple Laser Projector actually lives up to its premium hype or if it's just another shiny box with a hefty price tag. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about why the N1S feels different before you even plug it in. Most entry-level home projectors rely on a single lamp or LED source, which means you're constantly battling ambient light. JMGO's approach is a 3-laser engine that promises true 4K resolution and a brightness level they call daylight ready. In real terms, that translates to a projector that can comfortably fill a 100-inch screen in a room with windows open and the lights on, something most portable units simply can't pull off. For anyone who wants movie night without darkening the entire house, that's a big practical win. The first thing I did after unboxing was set it up on a standard TV stand in my home office, which doubles as a guest room. The FlexiSmart 2.0 adaptive system automatically scans the room, measures the throw distance, and adjusts the keystone and focus on the fly. I was skeptical because auto keystone has a reputation for being finicky, but the projector locked onto the wall in under 10 seconds and stayed perfectly rectangular even when I shifted the stand a few inches. That kind of plug-and-play confidence is something you usually only get from much higher-priced cinema-grade models. Now, let's get into the picture quality. The 3-laser array produces a true 3840x2160 pixel image with deep, saturated colors that stay consistent across the whole screen. I ran a couple of 4K Blu-ray movies and a popular streaming series side by side with a 55-inch OLED TV. The projector's image was noticeably larger, of course, and the blacks were a touch softer than a TV, but the overall detail held up impressively. What really mattered for me was the daylight-ready claim. I streamed a sports game with the blinds half down, and the picture remained bright enough to see the ball's trajectory without straining. That's a practical advantage for families who don't want to schedule every viewing around a blackout. Sound is often an afterthought with projectors, and JMGO tries to change that with what they call luxurious sound immersion. The built-in speakers pack a surprisingly rich bass and clear mids, enough to fill a modest room without needing a separate soundbar. I tested dialogue clarity during a documentary and didn't have to raise the volume to a level that would disturb the next room. Still, if you're planning a home theater setup with a large screen and a dark room, you'll probably want a dedicated audio system. The built-in audio is great for casual movie nights, gaming sessions, or presentations, but it won't replace a true surround sound rig. One of the standout features for me was the inclusion of 2 rechargeable active 3D shutter glasses. Most projectors that support 3D require you to buy glasses separately, which adds cost and compatibility headaches. JMGO's glasses pair instantly, and the battery lasts for a couple of movie-length sessions before needing a short recharge. I tried a 3D sci-fi title, and the depth felt genuine without the ghosting you sometimes see on cheaper 3D setups. If you're a fan of 3D content, this is a convenient, out-of-the-box solution. If not, you can simply ignore it. Of course, there are trade-offs. The N1S is a premium product, and its price reflects that. It's not a budget option you can toss on a coffee table for occasional use. The unit itself weighs a bit over 10 pounds, so while it's not a wall-mounted behemoth, you'll need a stable surface or a proper ceiling mount if you want a permanent installation. The cooling system is audible at high brightness levels. You'll hear a soft whirring, which is normal for laser projectors but might be noticeable during quiet scenes. Additionally, while the auto-adjust system works well most of the time, it can struggle in extremely bright rooms with large windows that flood the wall with direct sunlight. In those cases, you'll still need to pull the shades or add a blackout curtain for optimal performance. Who should consider buying the JMGO N1S? If you're a movie enthusiast who wants a true 4K experience without sacrificing brightness, it makes sense. Families that enjoy weekend binge watching with the lights on, gamers looking for a large, low input lag display, and anyone who appreciates the convenience of built-in 3D glasses will find real value. The projector also appeals to professionals who need a portable, high-resolution presentation tool that can adapt to different rooms quickly. On the other hand, if you're just after a cheap plug-and-play solution for occasional slideshows, or if you're a hardcore audiophile who insists on a dedicated surround system, you might be